Episode 1, Nanoreviews, where I review my Steam backlog, demos, and early access titles. First up is the demo for Elation for the Wonderbox 6000. This is a retro-styled click-and-point adventure game that rewards exploration with its sense of surreal humor and nostalgia. I didn't run into the kind of puzzles that you might expect in this kind of adventure game in the demo. However, I did find the aesthetic and the writing and the music all to be top notch. The main character and the side characters are all very humorous. The main character is a weird, reclusive guy who you may be able to relate to if you're the kind of person who's tempted to play this demo, as you should. There's at least 8 or 9 minutes of content and maybe much more because I accidentally ended the demo a little bit early. So if you check out the demo, which I highly recommend. Next up is the demo for the game Mech Engineer. Unlike Elation for the Wonderbox 6000, the full version of this game is released, but I wanted to give it a try before buying it. It is published by Microprose, which is appropriate because it's definitely a throwback to the old school real-time strategy and simulation games that they put out. There does seem to be some deep simulationist gameplay that is hidden a little bit behind a UI that is simultaneously aesthetically pleasing and a little bit clunky, despite the attempts to tutorialize throughout the demo. It did feel a little bit tedious to get everything set up for the first mission, and I wish that they had pointed out that you actually start with some mechs that are ready to go. I only played a couple of missions, and my impression of the mission gameplay itself is that the real-time with pause system that they use has a lot of promise, but at times it was very chaotic, hard to tell what was going on, and you can end up being overwhelmed without even realizing what's happening. That said, definitely recommend checking out the demo, and I do plan on picking this up when it goes on sale. Last but not least is Heretics Fork. It's been in my backlog for a while without me giving it an honest try, and so I wanted to do a few runs. I actually got really into it over the last few days. In short, it's a deck building tower defense game that mainly plays itself, minus a few key points where the game will pause and allow you to make a choice, such as which card to play, which cards to keep, which cards to add to your deck, or to sacrifice to create new cards. I also liked the theme around being part of Hell's bureaucracy, and the soundtrack was top notch. Highly recommend that you check it out. Thanks for tuning in.